New. I'm Stephanie, and this is Larry.
And we are the geezers driving an EV.
Well, you're the main driver, but yeah. We're on a mission to introduce electric vehicles to people who are old or just old at heart. New. So here we are sitting on our patio on beautiful Whidbey Island, Washington, and we're going to do a little chatting, not in the car, about the car. We're here to explain what is a GOM. First of all, it's a GOM, GOM. Don't confuse a GOM with a GAM or a gum or a gun or a gorn. And a gorn, the gorn is the guy from Star Trek, kind of like reptilian monster kind of warrior person. So yeah, so what is a GOM?
GOM, and it stands for guessometer.
That doesn't sound very scientific.
Well, the GOM's that display you see in electric cars, and you actually see it in regular cars. We had it in our RAV4 that guesses how much further you can drive before you run out of juice.
I see. So what kinds of information does it use to do the guessing?
It's actually two guesses. First, it's a guess how much electricity your EV's got left.
Oh, okay. So it's not like in a gasoline car where the gas tank has that floaty thing, kind of like a thing that you see in a toilet, writing on the surface of the gasoline that measures how much gas is in there?
Right, because you can't put a floaty thing inside of a battery.
Oh yeah, I guess that's right.
Our ID4, it's built with these really sophisticated systems that monitor everything going on with the battery. So they can make a pretty good guess about how much electricity is left in the car.
Your GOM makes kind of a second guess about how you're going to drive because that shapes how far you can drive, is that right?
Yeah. Well, the guess has got to be based on how efficiently are you driving? Are you sipping your juice or guzzling
That
it?
means, so that means how fast are you driving?
Well, fastest speed is one thing. But you could also be doing a lot of stop and go in a gas car.
Okay.
Or driving uphill or downhill or into the wind.
And wind also?
Oh, wind is a big deal.
Headwinds,
Yeah.
and tailwinds, yeah.
Because driving into a 20-mile-an-hour wind, that's like driving 20 miles an hour faster.
So what I don't understand, and maybe some of our aged viewers don't understand, is how to use the guessometer most effectively, I guess.
I think you have to realize it's a guess. And you kind of look at it like you look at the gas gauge on a regular car. You're not looking at the gas gauge and saying, oh, I've got 37% of my gasoline left. You're looking and say, oh, about half empty, about half full. And then the light goes on and you say, I better get gas.
Oh. So what's the equivalent of the light going on in our new car, in Anderson?
That's good. In Anderson, when you've got 20% or less charge, the GOM lights up yellow.
Okay, when does the turtle come on? That's what I want to know, because I'm very fond of the turtle.
I don't know that we have a turtle. At 10% state of charge, the GOM turns red, and it actually will display the percent. The car will sometimes even tell you, look, we don't think you can make it to the next charging station. But yeah, it's...
So what do you do then? You pull over and you call AAA and say...
Or you might if you're going uphill, you might turn around and go back downhill to a charging station. But again, a lot of times the GOM guess is wrong.
Okay.
You can do better than the GOM's guess.
I see. So in other words, the GOM makes a guess that's more negative than what you actually have.
Our GOM actually seems to be pretty optimistic. It seems to think we're driving much more efficiently than we really are.
So we have to then think more conservatively and more pessimistically, I guess,
right.
A little bit.
I mean, and again, the primary way you use the GOM is like you use a gas gauge on a regular car. If it starts to look low, you think, oh, time to charge.
Okay, time to find a charging station.
If it says you've got 120 miles, you probably don't have exactly 120 miles. You look at that and say, okay, I guess about, half empty or something along
Right,
those lines.
right, right.
And remember, with most of our driving, we're parking at home in our
Mm-hmm.
carport where there's a charger.
True. But
This
not
is
in our trip coming up.
not in our trip coming up to Los Angeles. We're going to have to figure out, on the road where we're going to stop.
Okay. Anyway, now you know what a GOM is. Guessometer. Vocabulary is such a good thing.
Yeah, if I only understood what makes a cheese artisanal.
Yeah, I have no idea.